Good evening. I am Jennifer Grable, the District Supervisor of Science. I would like to welcome each of you to tonight's induction and congratulate our inductees on their impressive achievement. I'd like to begin by thanking the advisors of Timber Creek Science National Honor Society, Mr. Charlie Monero and Mrs. Allison Basile. This is a volunteer position that both advisors take pride in. I appreciate the work they do to honor these students. The late Steve Jobs once said, the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle, as with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. I hope as you take these next steps into your future, you'll reflect on this quote, find what you're passionate about, what you love, and hold on to it. Your greatest successes will come when passion is the driving force. That doesn't mean it will always be easy. You will need to work, and at times you will fail. At the end of the day, what matters is that you follow your heart, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate your triumphs. My wish for you is that you will wake up each morning passionate about your life and happy to be you because you are amazing. I will leave you with this quote from Harriet Tubman. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within your strength the patience and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Please welcome Najee Saunders to the podium.
Okay.
Would everyone please rise for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. My name is Najee Saunders. I am a senior and I am representing the members of the Science Honor Society. We are pleased to welcome all of our National Science Honor Society members and new inductees, esteemed members of the Black Forest Pike Board of Education, our central administration, our own Timber Creek High School administration, families, friends, and honored guests to the annual induction ceremony for the Timber Creek Regional High School chapter of the National Science Honor Society. By the authority extended to the Timber Creek Regional High School and its charter from the National Science Honor Society, the faculty is a mini membership in the society tonight. Those students are of the junior and senior classes who have excelled in the pursuit of science. The honor bestowed by this high school represents the cardinal objective for which high schools are instituted, recognizes those who most nearly attain the desired end, and recognizes the special abilities in the sciences that you have demonstrated during your tenure here at Timber Creek. Membership in the Science Honor Society is a testament to your curiosity and to understand the world around you. These candidates have met all the necessary requirements. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Charles Monero.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Najee. Inductees, you have exemplified leadership through your diligence and dedication to science during your high school experience. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, you epitomize and inspire others with the same objectives. The technological society we live in today requires a certain amount of scientific understanding to survive. Isaac Asimov once said, the saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. It's for you to show your leadership and provide the wisdom to use science for the good of society and to demystify the basic principles behind technology so that as we develop the future does not descend into dystopia. No matter what power resources our technology may bring, it will be ineffectual without a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, and it is an important charge to each of our members and candidates. The emblem of this society contains the phrase, and I won't try and say it in Latin, Fortunate is he who was able to know the causes of things. This sense of understanding should be a guiding principle in your lives as you continue your education and beyond. The atom is an emblem of our purpose, to bear forward the searching light of inquiry and to lead others to follow in this pursuit. And keep burning in your soul the curiosity for understanding. At this time, I'd like to congratulate all of you, and at this time, I'd like to invite our guest speaker, Dr. Kevin Vasile, to the podium.
Okay. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Vasile, and it is a privilege to talk to all of you today. A little bit of background about me: I was a lab scientist for 6 years, 4 of which were at Thomas Jefferson University, where I was investigating treatments for melanoma, and 2 years at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, investigating genetic predisposition to diabetes. Currently, I am a science teacher at Hackensack High School, and I've been doing that for the past 8 years. So I wanted to begin my speech with a story from my time at Jefferson. I was in my second or third year as doing my graduate research, and we were addressing the efficacy of a new drug used to treat melanoma. At this time, the experiments used mouse models, and the formulation of the drug that we had required that the mice be dosed every 12 hours. There's not really a good way to give doses of the drug every 12 hours unless one spends 14 hours or more in the lab each day. So eventually it got to a point where I had to go into the lab in the middle of the night to give these mice their treatment. So it was around 1 or 2 a.m. I was in the mouse room alone. I think I must have been the only researcher in the building. The room was quiet, and the only thing I heard were the mice moving around in their cages. I had just grabbed my first cage, and I set it down on the edge of my lab cart. I turned around, and suddenly I heard a crash. Where I had placed that cage wasn't very stable, and it had fallen to the floor. The bedding was now spread all over, and the 4 mice that were in that cage were now running around all over the place. Now, I'm not sure what the appropriate reaction to this situation is. Is it anger, frustration, panic? But for me, I paused and stared for what seemed like a really long time. And I can only describe as an out-of-body experience. I viewed myself floating above. I could see me looking down at the floor at this mess. And I began to question every decision I had made up until this point, where I was now going to have to get down on my hands and knees to find these mice for the sake of my experiment, for science. I tell this story, the reason why I begin with that story is I've learned 2 things from my time doing science. 1, that science is really difficult. So I want to congratulate all of you here today for your commitment to science and for all that you've achieved and for all that you will achieve going forward. And the second thing that I've learned from my experience in science is that everyone does science in different ways. Whether you were the graduate student chasing mice in the middle of the night that you dropped on the floor, whether you're the teacher in front of the classroom trying to inspire students at 7:30 in the morning, whether you're the student struggling with calculus or physics equations, or whether you're the science enthusiast who just loves watching those great science videos. Whatever you choose to do, just know that every role that you have in science is an important role. So again, I congratulate everyone here today. Thank you all for having me.
Good evening. My name is Evan Bishop, and I am a senior. Members of the Timber Creek chapter of the National Science Honor Society, this test tube of sand should speak to us and be a symbol of the characteristics you share with the scientific mind. Each grain of sand represents your curiosity of the world's workings, your patience to repeat experiments multiple times, your courage to learn from your failures, your attention to detail through your observations and data collection, your creativity to think outside the box, your persistence to critically think and problem solve, and your communicative skills to collaborate with the team. You should all be proud to share these innate characteristics. Continue to nurture these skills. When you come to receive your certificate, you will contribute your sand to the body of scientific knowledge of the Timber Creek community. At this time, I would like to introduce Naja Tanay to present the certificates for the inductees.
Alright, so the first certificate is going to Chidera Anyangu. Harwin Gular. Karen Bangwelli. Devin Brandley. Carissa Coleman. Jacob Dabrowski. Alana Fenton. Kaylee Gillett. Sydney Griffin. Sydney Jorge Siriaca. Maeve Greg. Riley Leary. Jasmine Lewis. Emma Newcomb. Samantha Parks. Devin So. Ava Somerville. Michaela Tucker. Robert Wakefield. Congratulations.
This concludes the presentation of certificates. I would like to invite Mr. Monero to end with the inductees' pledge to the society.
Thank you, Evan. Through your achievement, you have indicated your desire to strive toward a life filled with curiosity and discovery. May there be no obstacle which cannot be surmounted in your path to this goal. Members, will you please stand to symbolize your reaffirmation to the commitment? Will the inductees raise your right hand and repeat after me, the NSHS pledge. I pledge to uphold the highest purpose of the Timber Creek Regional High School chapter I pledge to recognize, encourage, and communicate scientific thinking, to develop my understanding of science, and to aid my civic community through the application of science. I pledge to dedicate my pursuit of scientific knowledge to benefit all mankind, thereby proving myself worthy of my induction to the National Science Honor Society. Thank you very much. You can all sit down. Thank you, inductees, and welcome to the Science Honor Society. Family and friends, may I present to you the 22-23 National Science Honor Society. This is the conclusion of our ceremony. Thank you all for coming. It's wonderful to see the support for these students. Have a great evening, and in the lobby will be light refreshments provided by the Black Horseback Regional Educational Association and opportunities to take pictures. Good night and have a safe trip home.